the front of the new facility. Tell me what we're looking at right here.
Okay, well, this is the drive-through. People that come to pick up food will drive inside here, drive through it, receive their food, and walk and drive out the other way. So the flow will be easy. And we are going to be able to distribute to 4 lanes of cars. So it should move pretty fast.
How is that compared to how you're doing it now at your current facility?
Well, we're using the dog track right now, the parking lot. But when we distribute in front of the building, the line goes all the way around, all the way, and we have to call sometimes the police to come and manage the traffic.
Yeah.
Hopefully that won't happen here.
No, you've got lots of space here for lots of cars and lots of people's needs to be met.
Absolutely,
so this is absolutely cool. All right.
You know, this was a lesson we learned through COVID. There was a good things about COVID. And that was one thing that we learned. We were going to put a pantry in the building with a waiting room, with restrooms. And we decided that once we learned that drive-thrus was so much faster and efficient, I called the architects and says, forget the pantry in there. Let's do a drive-through, and this is the result.
The pandemic really opened your eyes to a lot of things, didn't it?
Well, one of the things is taught us that we were first responders and that we better be ready, because the minute that the emergency is over, we better be ready because people are in need. Mm-hmm. And that was a great lesson, because we learned we could do so much more than we ever thought. At one point, we distributed 3,000 cars in one distribution. If you had asked me if we could do that, I would say, oh no, that's too much. We did it.
So did something like the pandemic change the way you guys operate?
Totally, yes. It made us definitely more efficient.
Now, has that changed since the pandemic has subsided, or are we now in a new phase where something else is calling for your attention?
Oh no, something else is calling for. Well, what's happening now is the economy. The price of food keeps on going up. People that are working, but their paycheck just doesn't stretch long enough, and they come for us for emergency food before the next paycheck comes in. So, you know, we're still in emergency mode. It has been very interesting. Yeah. And then we had the freeze that we weren't expecting. That was another emergency. People lost their food. People that had never asked for help had to ask for help because the stores were empty. The food went bad, and they didn't know what they were going to do. And so it has been an eye-opener for us, that the importance of what we do, and that we do it efficiently, and that we do it on time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's go see some more of your new building here. I like this. This also protects people from the elements, doesn't it?
Yes, and it's a perfect place for fundraisers.
You've got enough space.
Oh my gosh, we're going to have the Mustangs are going to cook for us in April. And we'll have a big cookout here with the Mustangs.
Yeah, you just imagine when the sun is out shining, this will be the place to be.
Exactly, when it's hot.
Yeah.
But the building is not going to be as hot as our old warehouse, because we have cross ventilation, we have the big fans, and we've been here when it's hot and the air flows really well. So it's going to be.
Uh-oh.
Use other door.
I guess they want us to go around.
I guess for some reason they locked this door that the cars are going to get. As they turn around, their trunks will be open, and they will just take the boxes of food out of there, the produce, whatever they're giving them, put it in their trunk, and they'll take off.
Nice.
Yes.
So straight from the building to the
from
car.
The warehouse is here. We don't have to move the food and take it to a parking lot or any place else. Right there, that room is refrigerated, and that's where they will inspect all the perishables. People will have to wear jackets, but the food will remain cold from the time we receive it until we inspect it, into the cooler or the freezer, and then to families. Even now, you don't feel really cold in here.
Right.
We have heaters but it's not going to. Look at the fans.
Oh my goodness.
These are.
That may be the largest fan I've ever seen.
Oh no, It's bigger than the one over there
right
is
here?
bigger.
So from that one to this one?
Yes, this is just for the people that will be here working the food, but that's for the when the trucks come in. The old building has two docks, two docks. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 docks on this side, and 7 docks that are in the cool dock.
Okay.
That dock area is refrigerated.
Let me ask you, just because again I'm learning all this for the first time.
Yes.
Why are we so high? Is this where we store the food?
Well, we went and visited other food banks to learn what they had learned when they built. And one of the things that they all told me said, B, don't go out, go up.
Go up.
And that's why we went up with higher racking.
Yeah.
But in order to get the food up there, we had to buy some forklifts that can reach that high. So it's been a learning curve here.
Sure. But this is the facility to learn in.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah, so look at all this. This is the dry docks.
Yeah.
This is the food that comes like from HEB or just USDA food. They will just deliver it here, and it will go straight into the racking.
Okay. Very nice.
Then we in the old building, we have a very small freezer and 3 small coolers. And that is a problem. We have had to use outside refrigerated storage that we will not have to do. Let's go inside here. This area is refrigerated, and so when the frozen food comes in, straight into the cold. And this area here, this is the freezer. Oh, just wait. I told you, you haven't seen anything yet. This is the freezer.
That is impressive.
And it is minus 10 degrees.
Yeah.
And then this is the new forklift that will reach all the way up.
All the way to the top?
Yes. And this one will stay here with the coal always. And this is the cooler. Just look around. The size of this cooler, everything we have in the warehouse today will fit in this cooler, and we'll have extra room.
My goodness alive. That is impressive.
So we will never have to use outside storage again.
No, you won't.
And-
Which is a savings.
Oh, absolutely.
Big savings, I mean.
Well, you know, at this point, I'm paying $100,000 a year for outside storage.
Yeah.
So
And
we
that
don't have
goes
to do
away.
that. Oh, yeah, that goes away.
That
You'll
is-
pay for the electricity here.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, it is cold, but that way, when we manage food that is perishable, we'll maintain the temperatures at all times, which is safe. Oh,
Oh, much better.
much, much better. Yes. So we're still waiting for USDA to come and inspect it so that they give us the okay to move USDA food in here.
So this goes on forever with all the racks.
It's, you know, we have 5 times the capacity that we have in here.
5 times the capacity.
5 times. But we serve 11 counties, so we will be able to better serve and have a better variety of food, hopefully, because we will have the room.
You'll have the room, and so
Yes.
you can invite a better variety? Or,
Exactly,
Okay.
yes. Sometimes, it's very sad to say this, but there has been times where we just had no place to put the food that we had to say no.
Yeah.
And I don't ever have to say no to a donated loaf.
Yeah, because you have the space now in order
Exactly.
to make
Yes.
that happen. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. How does that work with the donations you get from the community? I mean, I know people still donate from the community, and then you also get donations from other places, right? Or are you buying
yes.
food? Or
We are buying food, yes, because we have gaps.
Yeah.
So we have to fill the gaps, and that's the only way we can do it. And after the pandemic, everybody was short of food. So we were competing with the retailers for the food. It was pretty difficult at one time, but it's getting better.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what else do we
So,
have?
well, let's go through the lobby because we missed that part.
This is when people come into your facility. This is the place
They'll
where they
come
will live.
through. Yeah, that's an elevator there,
Yeah.
and this will be this is the lobby.
The welcome desk, I guess.
That wall there is going to have recognize the big donors, all the donors that help us make this a reality, and so it's going to be fruits. The $1 million donors will have a watermelon. And then, the fruits will get smaller, but everybody will be recognized.
So that's going to be your wall of fruit right there.
The wall of fruit, and then the walls over here also will have fruits. It will be
And you'll
graphic.
be able to add to that anytime you need to.
Anytime we need to.
Anytime somebody wants to step
To
up,
step
and be a
up and give us
watermelon.
another $100,000, we'll put another fruit up there. That's, yes. So this area on the left is the educational side of the building.
Okay.
And to the right here, this is social services. And we help families to apply for food stamps, for chips, for women's health, whatever they have a need for. Our social service ladies will be ready to help them out. So there will be a little waiting area here in their offices.
Private offices
Yes.
there for people.
And
who
so
need
when
to
they come in, they just go straight in here and we can help
Yeah, it
them
makes
out.
it very convenient for
Very.
Now, you said your educational side. What does that entail?
Well, that is nutrition education and diabetes education. So we do a lot of programs to entice children to try vegetables, to try nutritional foods. We have it's called Culinary Kits for Kids. And this program, they prepare bags with pre-measured food that is part of a recipe, and the parents take it home, and then they watch a video, our staff videos the recipe and
Yeah.
put it in YouTube, and the kids just watch it, and the whole family gets together and they're in the kitchen fixing this recipe. During the pandemic, that was the way we found to reach to children that were out of school and bored at home.
Oh my goodness.
And it was a total success. The parents will just drive through, they will get the bags, take them home, and then they will send us pictures of the kids doing the recipes. And once they touch something, then some food, some vegetables, then they're more likely to, because they fixed it, they're going to try it.
Yeah.
You ask a kid, what is crunchy and orange? What do you think they tell you?
Carrot?
Cheetos.
Cheetos. Oh, it has changed a lot, hasn't it?
So we're trying to change that. We want them to think carrots.
Yeah.
And also we have a garden, a teaching garden, where kids from the schools can come, and we will teach them where the carrots come from. Because if you ask them, do you know where the carrots come from? They normally say H-E-B.
H-E-B, the
Yeah,
store. Yeah.
yeah.
So you need a special kitchen to do a lot of this kind of
Right there.
cooking. And
This is our
what it
demo
is.
kitchen.
Okay.
Yes, and that's what we will do, all of this. There will be classes, and there will be videos done here. And this is a demo kitchen. And then we have a prep kitchen.
Okay.
And the prep kitchen is behind this
That's
kitchen.
where the work really happens.
That's right,
Is back
yes.
here in the prep kitchen.
And the prep kitchen. Well, this is still in progress, but this is the real kitchen where the work is going to happen. because we prepare meals for the diabetes classes. Every class will be served a meal. So this is where all of that will happen. And so in the back is let's go this way.
Yeah.
You'll have plenty of video here. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, this is the offices for the diabetes education and for the nutrition education department. And this is the diabetes education room.
Okay, so this is like a classroom?
That's a huge classroom, yes. And this is where we will do the nutrition education and the diabetes classes. And there.
Yes, fellas.
Hello. These are the guys that, oh, you're the electrician, right? Data, you're doing the data. But all that paper on the floor is how they drew the big apple that it goes on the wall.
On the wall, yeah.
And I was wondering how they were going to do that. But
They got creative and got it done.
yes. So this is our education classroom.
And these are like little offices?
The offices, yes. That's the garden that I was telling you that children will come and learn how to grow. They're making right now they're making the beds.
Oh, okay. But
Where-
eventually, this will be a garden.
This is going to be a garden. It's going to have fruit trees, and it's going to have herbs, and it's going to have some vegetables. And we're working with the schools so that the kids could come and learn how to do this.
And this is like an outdoor patio
It
kind of
is,
area
yes.
as well, with the big apple up on
The big
wall.
that's the apple that they were drawing there, yes.
Nice. Well, that would be fantastic.
Well, and just imagine this once it's dressed up and we have
Yeah.
furniture.
And you'll have the people to fill it too. I mean,
Oh,
you'll
yes,
have
yes.
plenty of folks
Plenty.
that you'll have, space for now.
Absolutely. In fact, we have some employees right now that are working inside a closet
Oh,
because
no.
we ran out of office space.
Working inside of a closet.
We cleared the closet and we made it into an office.
And we say, here it is.
Here it
It'll be
is.
that way forever. Now, we've got lockers back in here.
Well, this is the volunteer education, not education, it's the volunteer orientation room.
Okay.
And so all volunteers will come here first. They will get orientation on what they're going to do and how. And they will have lockers so that they can keep their personal stuff locked.
Okay.
And then they will walk right outside here. And this is going to be the area where they will be making the boxes and helping us out with the food
Just
inspection.
a short trip to right out here where we're working.
Yes, it's just a short. And all of this is the area where the volunteers will be working. This HEB paid for this area, and they are going to have graphics on this wall of
Okay.
volunteers working.
Very nice. Now, I notice, as massive as this place is, there's more than one story. What goes on upstairs?
Okay, that's where I'm taking you next.
Oh, okay.
And upstairs, and we could go through
Yeah.
there. Upstairs is all the administration office.
All right. And that's
But there
where
is a big surprise upstairs
You'll
that I'm going to
eventually
show
get to
you.
sit up there.
I will. I can't wait. They ask me, when am I going to retire? And I say, well, I've got to sit in that office
That's
for
right.
a while first.
This is not the time.
Not
I'm
the
gonna retire.
time,
This is
no.
not the time to do it.
Yes, that's going to be the
That's
wall
what
of
people
fruit.
will have to imagine.
Yes, right now, maybe by the day that we have the share you Christmas, it will be.
You
in
think
here.
so? That soon, huh?
Well, that's
That's
2
December
weeks.
15th, so
Yes,
that's,
a little over 2 weeks.
yeah. And when people come over here to drop things off or share your Christmas, they won't need to come inside, right? I mean, you're not doing tours
No,
or
we will.
anything.
We're
Yeah.
going to do just the
Yeah.
distribution.
Oh boy, there's more room up here than I thought.
Oh, it's huge.
It really
It's
is.
huge, yes. So this is a mezzanine upstairs where, like a little gallery where we can have coffee and there will be some couches and chairs and people.
And you can see down on the work, right?
You know what? That's the whole idea of this building, that wherever you are, you can look and see what's happening in the food bank.
Yeah.
What the workings of the food bank.
That is impressive. Now, I'm assuming.
Yes, this is where the board will meet. And my office originally was that room there. And not only it was kind of dark and locked in and not enough glass, but then they put that pipe right outside my window.
Oh, they sure did.
And that did it for me.
You decided this
I
was
decided,
not the perfect
no.
office, huh?
I said, that pipe just did it for me. I don't want this office. I'm going to find me an office. So I'm going to show you my office.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
That is a pipe.
It is a pipe.
No doubt.
It's a drainage from the roof, which is very useful, but
Yeah.
yeah,
It's not something you want to sit and look at.
not at all.
Not your background yet.
So all of this is administration, you know, HR, accounting.
Right.
This
All the
is
behind the scenes people.
the behind
it
the
takes to-
scenes.
to run
This is
place.
the office of the operations manager, and he will have a view of both sides
Everything.
of
Yeah,
the
won't miss
warehouse.
anything.
Right.
And so you decided that you didn't want that one,
Yes.
but you wanted to be down way across down the hall.
Well, it just happened that way. I was probably going to take another one of those offices there, but it was serendipitous. I was walking through here, and we walked into this area, which is going to be the agency relations area,
Right.
where all the distribution of food happens.
Sure.
And we walked towards this corner, and I said, whose office is this? And they said, it has not been assigned. And I said, well,
Put my name on it?
I
Is that what you
just
said?
assigned it, yes.
Oh my goodness alive.
And this is my office.
Yes, this is what you want.
Oh, yes,
I do not blame you at all. This is exactly.
what
this
I
is-
needed.
oh,
Oh, yes. And I have a view of whatever is happening as
Yeah.
anybody's coming in. So this is, it was a little smaller, but the superintendent was right outside when I decided this was my office.
Mhm.
And by the time I went downstairs, they had already planned on moving the wall out
Good,
and made it a little larger for me. So,
good. This is fantastic. That
but
natural
it's
light.
yes, and you know I'm always cold,
Yeah.
so
yeah.
this is perfect for me. It's going to warm me up.
Yeah, I can see this. Ooh.
So I'm a little away from the rest of them, but
But it's okay.
It's
they'll
okay.
know where to find you, be my guess.
oh, they will, yes.
You won't be able to hide.
Oh, yes. But now we have plenty of offices. People will have their own private area to work in.
Mhm.
They have also all of this is for the people that work with the people in the warehouse, so they will still have the view of the warehouse. But that's
Okay.
the whole idea.
And that's the important piece of these offices too, is being able to see what's going
Exactly.
on out here at all
Yes.
times, so that there's nothing can go awry,
Right.
or if it does, you can grab it.
Hold on just a second. Okay, so this area is, this is the restrooms
Yeah.
upstairs. There's the same downstairs.
Okay.
But this is kind of a very special surprise that this,
We've gotten away from the white, I've noticed.
yes, this
Yellow.
building allows to have a community room.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so give me your vision for the community room, because this is a big place.
Well, you know, for fundraisers, we always have to use, go and rent a place.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now we have this place to have a fundraiser, but we're making it available to other nonprofits
Mm-hmm.
and other groups. You can divide it into 3 rooms. You can see where the dividers are.
Yeah.
So if they just need a room for a meeting, banks sometimes have the need, or maybe even Driscoll Hospital say, oh, we can use it for our meetings. So we will be able to allow other people in the community to use this room.
Now, will they be able to rent this out, or, I mean,
Well, in the beginning, yes, Absolutely, because it will be nice to have a source of income, but at the same time, they could just make a donation
Yeah, yeah.
and use the room.
Yeah, so the bigger idea here is we want to serve the community
Yes.
in even a different way.
Yes,
Wow, they're
Yes.
going to love this. This is a big room.
it's a huge room.
We're going to
yes.
have our Christmas party right here. How about that?
There you go. And you know, that's what we're planning to do is the very first time that we use the room is going to be the Christmas party for the staff and the board.
Yeah, well, I don't
Yeah.
doubt it. This will be
Yeah.
the place to do it. That's great.
It is great.
Anything else up here?
Yeah, well, since you ask,
Since we asked.
let me show you. This is the heartbeat of this building, and don't ask me what this is all about, but it's amazing.
This is where it happens.
Look at it.
This is some of the behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, exactly. And that's what it takes to
Yeah.
run this warehouse and this building.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Now, I imagine, and you steer me away if I'm wrong here, I imagine that with a bigger facility, the bills are going to be bigger to keep it running.
Yes, but let me tell you something. The amount of money that we pay in repairs all the time for the old building, whether it is the freezer, the doors break down, the coolers are not working, it's constant. And that is going to help us. We don't have to repair all of that. We'll be able to help with the higher expenses of a higher building.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It's become very, very costly to maintain some of the equipment in the, especially the freezer and refrigeration.
Yeah. That was that's what I used when I went to buy a new car the last time. Was, I'm paying so much to keep the other one.
So this is just a natural. Yeah, and the whole thing is that this part of the building has a private entrance. So if somebody's having a private program here,
Yeah.
then they will not have to mess with the food bank.
They can come
just
in.
come in through here. And this is a break room for the employees upstairs, but it's kind of a kitchen, and it has the sink, and if you want to bring some food or have a caterer to work your dinner,
There it is, right across the
there
hall.
it is. Yeah.
You said now this has a private entrance. Where do they come in at? Is it
Yeah,
just
well,
right down over here somewhere?
yeah, the door is downstairs, but this is a staircase right
Okay.
here.
All right.
So they
come in
walk
there,
right into the
up the
staircase and up
here they are for their
Yes.
event.
And if it is an event that you have tickets for or whatever, they can put tables out here and
Yeah.
then just check in and go inside.
My goodness.
And this is the entrance. This is the staircase.
Okay.
And-
Can we
and
go
we're-
down that, or is that better to stay away from that?
No, we can go down. In fact, we are thinking to make this wall also put some graphics on it as a community wall,
Okay.
because this is the community room. So pictures of maybe the refineries, Valero, Citgo, Exxon employees volunteering and helping us distribute food and things like that.
Right. So you say again that you think it'll be after the first of the year before you actually start moving
No.
things in here?
The 1st of December.
1st of December.
December,
Okay.
yes.
Glad I clarified that then.
Yes.
So just here in the next few days.
In a few days, we are going, as soon as we get the permit from the health department and USDA, we'll start moving the food.
Okay. All right.
So we're ready. We've been ready for a while. I've been ready for 26 years.
I'm sure you have.
Yes,
Is that how long you've been with the food
I
food
have
bank?
been, yes,
Oh, my
26
goodness.
years.
26 years.
Yes,
This is a dream that has come to fruition then for you.
totally.
A dream
Beyond
you've
my
not-
dream.
Yeah.
I never dreamt this big, but it's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very grateful. We have a lot of blessings. Can't complain.
No, you can't.
Yes.